Number 1. Perihan Savaş. Apparently, when Perihan finds out about the relationship between her husband İbrahim Tatlıs and Derya Tuna and confronts him about it, İbrahim Tatlıs beats her, and that's how their marriage ended. Of course, Ibrahim has a long history of beating his partners and girlfriends, and he has done this before many times in his other relationships. Number 2. Jiran Kapal. Jiran is a Turkish actress and the wife of the famous singer Rafet El-Roman. Her story is about the time she was in relationship with Temel Kankeran just 2 years after her divorce from Rafet. When Jiran, who was 6 months pregnant from Temel, went to the hospital with her mother for a checkup, she was confronted with Temel, and he threatened Jiran and her mother with a gun and beat her in front of the hospital, which ends with the intervention of the police, and Temel was sent to prison. Number 3. Silla Ganchodu. In 2018, the famous Turkish singer Silla was in a romantic relationship with the Turkish actor Ahmet Kural, but this relationship didn't end well and they separated. According to Silla, in an argument that took place between them, she was beaten and insulted by Ahmet for 45 minutes, to the point that even Ahmet hit her on the head with an ashtray. So Silla filed a complaint against him and separated from him. Of course, it seems that Ahmet is really harsh because he has a history of breaking his ex-girlfriend's finger. Number 4. Damla Arsubashi. Damla, a 27-year-old Turkish actress, became famous when she starred in her first series called My Magical Mother while she was only 10 years old. In 2016, this young actress decided to marry Mustafa Keser. Damla was betrayed by her husband when she was pregnant with their second daughter, but to our great surprise, she forgave him. But it seems that this was not the first time that Damla had ignored her husband's mistake, because it was during their divorce that it turned out that Mustafa had beaten Damla and his own sister severely, and Damla had not filed a complaint against him or even reported the abuse at the time. Number 5. Ece Erken. Turkish actor and TV presenter Ece Erken married Serkan Öçar in 2014, but their marriage didn't last more than a year, and it was in 2015 that despite having a son, Ece decided to leave Serkan and get a divorce because of Serkan's violence and beatings. But it seems that Ece has no luck in marriage, because in 2009, she had separated from her first husband, Tuncer Öztarhan, due to his abuse, beatings, and alcoholism. Number 6. Deniz Akaya. Deniz Akaya, a beautiful and famous Turkish model and actress, was in a romantic relationship with Murat Aslan many years ago. But what romantic relationship? Because it ended due to Murat's violence and beating against Deniz, to the point that Deniz sued Murat and he was sentenced to 1 year in prison. Number 7. Zeenab Tukush. Zeenab's marriage to her second husband, Alp Nuholu, was controversial from the beginning. Their relationship started with the kind of relationship between a doctor and a patient and ended in marriage. But it was only a year later that Zeenab had to file a complaint against her husband. What was it for? It was because of Alp's beating and battering Zeenab. It is true that Zeenab withdrew her complaint and reconciled with Alp later, but this marriage didn't work eventually and they finally had to separate. Number 8. Erzu Yanarda. In 2003, a strange fight took place between Erzu Yanarda, a Turkish actress, and her lover Tardu Flordun, who is also an actor. Their fight took place in the New Year's Eve, in which Tardu bit Arzu's nose, and they had to take her to the hospital and get her sewed up. Number 9. Janan Aragor. It seems that Tardu Flordon's violence is not over, because after Erzu Yanarda, now it was another actress's turn to fall prey to his violence, and it's none other than Janan Aragor. They started a relationship with each other in 2007, but this relationship is nothing but beatings and violence for Janan. So eventually Janan separated from Tardu in 2014. Number 10. Jiran Hindistan. Young and beautiful Turkish actress Jiran Hindistan is another actress who has been abused by her husband Umit Aslan. They got married in 2014. Everything seems to be going great, but according to Jiran, her husband beat her many times with a belt during her pregnancy, and that's why Jiran ended up divorcing Umit. Have you ever even imagined that famous people would deal with such problems? Which one were you most surprised to hear? Write your opinions for us in the comment section. And now it's time for you to click the like button of this video and suggest membership of the Turkish LENZ channel to your friends.